Hi, this is Terry from Fabric Junction, and I'm here today to show you another one of our 6.5-inch blocks called Practical Orchard. And it's in the quilt right behind me, up above. So a nice, simple block that's great for a beginner because the one thing we do in this one is we make an hourglass. So as you can see, we have our pieces. Once our hourglass is made, it looks just like a 9-patch. So it's like I said, great one for a beginner. Let's do our hourglass. We have our 2 pieces of fabric. They're the same size. I use the 1/4-inch seam marker. Place it on the point. Put the other line on the point. And then mark both sides with your marker. As you can see, I tend to use a pencil a lot. Line it up, and those lines are our stitch lines. So we're going to stitch on those lines. Okay, with that we have our half-square triangle is what we just made, which we have done on lots and lots of blocks. Press to the dark. Well, the rule is press to the dark or the least bulky. And when we do that, now I need to mark one of them again. Line up my point. Now, one of the things I do, and I'll show this here, and I'll have Christopher come in. When I line up on my point here, which is wonderful, I'm right on the lettering back here, and I don't like that because that means I'm guessing. So I bring my tool forward, I line up my line here, and now I have a line that I'm going to actually line up on. And I'm more comfortable with that than trying to guess on the other. So I tend to use the tool kind of both ways. There. Oh, nice dark line. So now we need to turn them. I had them right the first time. So that in this case, my pizza is going to line up with my gold. And you push the 2 seams up into each other. And you can slip a pin in there if you want to make sure that they're there. Just kind of hold it right at the seam, pull it back and go, is it at the intersection like it should be? If the answer is yes, go ahead and sew. If no, make the correction. Eventually, you do this enough times, you can feel the 2 seams butting up against each other. Again, we're going to sew. And now we will have 2 of our hourglasses. We'd add 1 for each pot holder or any design that you're going to use them. Make sure you cut off your dog ears. And then set it in your block. Okay? In this case I have 1 sitting there. And then just a quick review on how you can sew your block together. Lay out your block, and now think of it as a 9-patch. Take your center, and I make a habit of doing it exactly the same way each time. The center over to the left, and I'm going to stitch. center to the left. When I get down to the bottom, I leave them intact, and I open my top one, and I grab my top one. The one that's left, open my next, grab it from the same direction every time. So if you're doing different kind of piece blocks, so I grab on the right hand, flip it over, so that I stay very consistent. And I turn. Now this, I will turn my seam allowances and give them kind of a slight finger press, because I'd like to go ahead and finish sewing them before I give them a really good press. So I'm going to, and I'm folding them to the least bulky. Since this one has a couple different seams, that's the bulky one. So the top one gets folded to the lesser bulky side. And then the same thing on the other side. But that's the one with all the seams, so it goes outward, this goes inward. Give it just a little bit of finger pressing. Now I know some of you that have been quilting for a long time know all of this. But we need to show it to some of our new quilters that are starting out and may not have realized some of just the simple things that we do to get our quilts to lay flat. So the next thing, a good press. I did it real lightly on that one because I'd like to continue. You don't need to watch me stand there and press it all. To do my pot holder, I did an 1.5" strip. I will sew one to each side. This one I did cornerstones, top and bottom. Finish sewing it together, then don't add my binding till I get it quilted. I have my large piece, a piece of batting, my Insel Bright. It gives us nice texture. I lay it on top, do my quilting, add my binding, and I have a great pot holder to give to a friend for their birthday. Thank you for watching us here at Fabric Junction. Check out our website, junctionfabric.com. The measurements for the block are all on our Fabric Junction jewels.blogspot.com. They're all posted on there. And if you get a chance, stop by and see us.